I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic, and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
This is a matchup for the ages. Audie cuts a path straight to the paint, and she serves up a slam dunk. I hope Audie may have the win, but Frank really got the W on that play. That's gotta hurt.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic post-game show. I'm your host, Leah Nelson. Chelsea Poppens will be joining me in the studio to talk about Iowa State earning their first marquee win against number 14 Kansas State on senior night. What a fun game, and I'm excited to get to talk about it with Chelsea. But before we get started, as always, let's shout out our sponsors. Our title sponsor, Channel Seed. They are the title sponsor of both the women's and men's shows this year, so we're super excited to have them on board. And our good old friends at Fairway Meat and Grocery. You guys know the drill. Make sure you check them out because they have the best products, produce, meat, anything and everything. So thanks to Channel Seed and Fairway. All right, Chelsea, what a fun game. We've been waiting for this marquee win the whole season, and it came at a perfect time against number 14 Kansas State and on senior night. Like, what a fun game for the women's basketball team. You know, what are some of your initial thoughts right after that win?
I mean, couldn't have asked for a better game to watch and a better game for senior night. I mean, it was nose to nose, competitive, calls left and right, a lot of pressure, a lot of energy the entire time. Like it was a great game. And I'm like super proud of like Kelsey. Okay, I know Audie Crooks had a tremendous night, but Kelsey Jones, man,
Right.
I think she was the catalyst for all the momentum and the energy for the threes, like with people in her face. Like huge kudos to her, thinking about where she started in the beginning of the season to where she's at now and earning those minutes. So like I always love Kelsey Jones and the energy she brings. And then Emily Ryan, man, I think my favorite was when she split the double and then tossed it off to Audie for the pump fake finish. That was like the energy and the momentum that we needed at the right time. And it just, I mean, she's just a force, and she showed it tonight with 17 points. So, I mean, all around, I mean, it was just a tremendous game for senior night and to actually like spark us into Big 12 tournament play.
Literally 1000%. I can't think of a better time for them to be playing this well of basketball right before, tournament play, Big 12 conference. And so, what worked so well for Iowa State today? It seemed like they were they played well against Kansas State the first time around, but this seemed just like 1,000 times better. What was working for them?
I think okay, sorry, I'll get my words together.
You're just so excited.
They guarded the 3-point line very well in the first half, and then continued on to the second half. Like I don't know how to read.
Both of us looking so closely.
Trying to get very close to this, but there was a very limited 3-pointers from K-State in the first half, and Iowa State just applying that pressure and not letting them get easy buckets. It wasn't like, they weren't making a whole lot of shots, but they weren't getting looks without pressure or without a hand in the face. So that was really good. I think Iowa State just sticking with it. I know we talked about that fast break effort by K-State being a problem for us. And it was at times, but Iowa State found a way to get turnovers, get them into foul trouble, and just like to continue to work on the boards and get rebounds. It wasn't always pretty all the time, but I mean, it was a fun game to watch.
It was fun. Everyone was involved, but kind of going back to Emily Ryan, not just because it's senior night, but also, I mean, she was, 3 rebounds away from a triple-double, but she's in some great company. Talk about what we were chatting about before we started recording. They even said it on the show, but the company she's
Yeah. Yeah, so 1,500 plus points, 600, I think, rebounds, and then another, I forget what the
I think it was
assist,
900.
900 assists, like with Sabrina and Caitlin Clark. Just for her, what an honor for her to be up in like those numbers with those names and to be in the same sentences as them. It just speaks to her and her ability to lead a team and her ability to play. I'm like, I hope she goes on to play after college because she has a tremendous ability to take it wherever she wants.
And it was funny because I asked you before the game if Coach Finley would be emotional, and I'm pretty sure he was emotional while they were saying like the starting lineups, and then you could tell when Emily was checked out, he gave her a big hug, and it was cool to see how much of an impact she has had at Iowa State as a player. I mean, I don't know how often that happens where just everyone rallies around someone and they're just so incredible, but it's pretty special to have Emily Ryan.
Well, I think it's like COVID times. She was there through the highs and the lows, and she's been there such a long time and been such a pivotal piece to the team and for Coach Finley as a senior. Get him crying. What's that say? Coach Finley was already emotional during team introductions.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a big softie, softer than Charmin.
Oh my gosh. When I see grown men cry, it's so sad.
Leah's gonna start bawling.
I know. I feel like I got emotional because you could, I mean, I've said this a million times, but you could really see the impact she's had. And I don't know. I think it's really cool when you have someone on your team that you just respect and you would do anything to come out with a win. And I'm just glad that they were able to grab such a fun and exciting win for her and just the program in general. Because it hasn't been the most amazing season, but there's still, time left. Speaking of that, what's next for Iowa State? I think they play Thursday at 5:30. I could be wrong. Aiden, maybe if you know anything.
Send us a sign, Aiden. Send us a sign.
Look, I can see him typing away, but I'm pretty sure it's Thursday at 5:30, and I can't remember between like who they are going to end up playing, but it's like one of the lower seeds because Iowa State has a bye on Wednesday, which will be really nice. But yeah, what does Iowa State need to work on from this time now until their game on Thursday? Because it's important games.
Well, obviously momentum is building. Kind of like last year, they really kind of fell into their groove late in the season last year too. So I think it's only going to get better. I think they really struggled against that full court pressure and some turnovers that they probably didn't need to make. As far as passes, I think Brown had 7 turnovers. So it's really just like, I don't know, easy mistakes to fix. It's just not like falling into the peer pressure of panicking and forcing a pass that's not there because K-State or whatever team is doubling down low or tripling in some cases. Like sometimes I'm like, there's three purple people down there guarding Crooks. So like that might not be the pass, even if she catches it sometimes.
Someone else is open.
I was like, somebody talk.
Well, Aiden, will you put the Big 12 up on the board? I see you pulling it up. Look at him. I see him scrambling. He's like this.
Him. I am like.
He's like, 1 minute, Leah, please don't put me on the spot. But thank you, Aiden. You rock. Okay, so yeah. Oh, look at him, and he's highlighting too. Wow. Shout out, Aiden.
Wizard.
Got it. So it'll be number 10 seed and number 15 seed, which by my accounts, I could probably look it up too. I think they said Texas Tech and I'm
waiting for you to figure out so I don't have to. Are you waiting for Aiden to figure it out?
Kind of. I can see him scrambling. But anyway, they play Thursday at 5:30. So that will be really exciting. I'm pumped for them. I think it's going to be good. We've talked about this too. Like they're really treading in the right direction. And when all of the players get involved, like I think the games just go incredibly well. And especially when there's those hype moments. So the and ones, a steal, a transition 3, you can see just the momentum shift and everyone's getting so pumped and it's easy to get excited and back your teammates up. So hopefully they can bring that energy.
Yeah. Another thing to point out is Sundell up for being Big 12 Player of the Year, and we were able to shut her down in the beginning, and she only had 11 points. She obviously still had a pretty good game, but Iowa State's doing a really good job of shutting down key players, and it's only getting better. The focus and everything is only getting better. So I'm looking forward to seeing Big 12 tournament play and how they're going to like rest up until that game and then come in with full energy and hopefully full health.
No, literally, one can hope. And Aiden did confirm Cincy and Arizona State. Thank you, Aiden. You freaking rock. 5:30 Thursday against either Cincinnati or Arizona State. So that will be
both of those are very, very doable.
1000%. And I'm excited to see who they take on. Chelsea and I will be back here for a pregame for that game, which everyone can look forward to for that. And shout out Aiden for grabbing all that information and producing us all season long, but we're not done yet. And shout out to our title sponsor, Channel Seed. And of course, Fairway Meat and Grocery. And shout out Chelsea for jumping on for pre and post game. Go Cyclones.